Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone, and he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Penny. Powering his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle they go with Mostert. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Penny up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
After the penalty, it's Penny. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
17's Mike 17.
On play action, here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now a 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From midfield, here's Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They set up the screen to Penny. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
You got nothing. 51's Mike. Mike 51.
On third down, he'll drop to throw, and he finds Penny. And just shutting him off there. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Second down, here's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. It's Hill. Complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. Oh, and that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Eagles got a solid first half from last year's MVP runner-up, Jalen Hurts. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game, start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Tua going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff running left is Mostert. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They begin with a run by Penny, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They'll run it again with Penny. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And fans of Pennies can certainly celebrate seeing that run because after 2021 breakout year, 2022 was cut short by injury. But there's one thing Philadelphia knows how to do. It's run the football. They targeted Penny as a free agent, knowing he could be a lead guy in their offense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he will find his man on the outside. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Inside handoff, Penny. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
big swing by the Dolphins in 2022, acquiring Chubb from Denver in midseason. Only 2.5 sacks in 8 games with his new team, trying to get more consistency at the 2-time Pro Bowler in 2023.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Throw out left, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Penny, a 1st down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 9.
They can't hang with us. Mike, 51.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was
Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call. And out comes a challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Third down and 1. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 55 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
A handoff to Penny. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Penny. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. It'll be Hurts on the option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And the fake field goal works to perfection. You don't see it often, and they caught him by surprise.
And how about the guts to call it in that situation? Think you're going to get an easy 3? Instead, you turn it into 6.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. Now Tua. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout. That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.